Welcome aboard the channel, folks. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country, where I'm taking the risky step and have been for 8 years of reacting to non-pop country, traditional primarily. And there's certainly more than a niche audience for traditional country. And the goal here that the folks on the channel who make gifts to the channel for me to react to certain artists and songs, independent artists, the ones today, Tammy and George, just very well-known traditional icons of country, is to sort of bring the storylines, the sensitivity of traditional country more into the spotlight. Because bro country, courtesy of the New York heads that moved down to Nashville to take over the labels there, have popified it. So that's the nature of change, but we're still doing our thing here. So I am doing a reaction. George Woodruff, aka GW Bridge. I just name him GW because he's George Jones's worldwide #1 fan, and he makes a lot of gifts to the channel for me to do George Jones songs. So to eliminate confusion about who's talking, who said what, and all this, I refer to George Woodruff simply as GW. So GW, thank you for this gift. George Jones and Tammy Wynette song 1. I don't know it. It's, as far as I know, it's a reaction. If you're new to the channel, I didn't grow up on country. I grew up on rock. And then I came to country 15 or so years ago. The first 4 CDs I ever bought of country were Billy Dean, Sherry Austin, Merle, and Alan Jackson. And absolutely couldn't believe what I was listening to. So it took me a while to get used to steel and banjo and even mandolin. But once I made that leap, I'm like, and in fiddle. And now it's like, oh, if it doesn't have fiddle in it or doesn't have steel, it doesn't feel like a complete song. So unless it's an acoustic guitar. All right, let's see what we got here with George and Tammy. Piano starts off. We're going deep.
If you want to hear a love song, I could sing one. If you want to feel the fire, we could build one.
If you need to catch a rainbow, we could chase one. If you want to be together, we could be one and one. I've always heard adds up to 2.
And that's up to 1, huh?
But 1 and 1 is only 1 when that 1 is me and you. If you be
In this song, and look, they were married and divorced. They were married from 69 to 75. And this looks like much later. This looks like after the divorce, they got back together and sang. Because they clearly are older here than in some of the other earlier videos, obviously.
in forever, we could start one. If you want to be together, we could be one.
That's beautiful.
Now you talk about tomorrows, I can see one. There's no mountain we can't climb. time if we reach one.
What a voice she has.
If you believe in forever, we could start one. If you want to be together, we could be one. One and one, I've always heard, adds up to two. But one and one is only one, when that one is me and you. If you believe in forevers, we could start one. If you want to be together, we could be one. If you want to be together, we could be
Ah. I'm so glad I did these reactions in this order, GW. Like yesterday's song, The Ceremony. I'm like, oh God, Tammy looked like she was in pain during that one. And I could have been wrong. I did these reactions back to back before posting the song, The Ceremony, and reading the comments. So I'm still, maybe I had that reaction right. You know, I'll find out soon enough. But this one, they came back later because they were divorced by this point. They were divorced, it looked like by 20 years at this point. I don't know. And came back and sang this. And they had one child, Georgette. And so obviously they were going to see each other after the divorce because they had a child about a year into the marriage. And that's when Georgette was born in 1970. And they were married in 69. And they came together much later. And they gotten together. I've done reactions where they were together later. And how reluctant Tammy was or George was, I don't know. George knows primarily it was his fault because of his drinking issues and such. But in this one, they came back together. And it was really sweet. And so I am going to put this in the premarital counseling playlist, GW, because this shows that, one, even if your marriage doesn't work out, you can still remain civil to one another. Now, when you break up, there's always an animosity there on some level. And depending on where you're at emotionally, how much emotional control and mental control, whatever you've got. I mean, we're all unique. But later down the road, can you come back together? And on a civil level. And these two are performers. So when you're a performer, you learn to go on stage under less than ideal circumstances. Early in your career, you're singing to 4 people. Or things aren't going well. It's your 18th show in 18 days. And you can't pay the road crew or whatever. And yet you've got to get up there and perform. People don't want to know the horse shit going on in your life behind the scenes. They want to be there for the songs, for the show, for the feel-good moments. That's just that simple. So they learn to control things. But this just appeared to be George and Tammy were sort of genuine, coming together. And so I'm putting that in the premarital counseling playlist just because when you realize if you're going to get married, one, it's not all a bed of roses. And you've got to work through things. Even if you don't, you could still remain friends. That actually might remove some of the angst during the marriage that produces the divorce, that contributes to it, the split. So I'm going with that. But man, did Tammy sing this one. I mean, I love the way George sings, as you know, but as most people do. But Tammy, really, good Lord, the way she sang this. So I'm rating this song, and the number that popped into my head for the song 1 is 10. That to me is a 10. There wasn't a flaw in that, and the extracurricular behind the scenes stuff, the backstory, the front story, the mid story, all of it contributed to just that being one heck of a song and performance. So, GW, thank you again for the gift, for your love of George and Tammy and country music, and for your sense of humor and all that. So there you go. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. See you on another video, and keep rocking the country.
If you want to be together, we could be